Hi, it's me again with Corel Draw Tips and Tricks. And somebody was watching one of my videos about seamless patterns, and they couldn't get it to work with these chipmunks or squirrels or whatever they are. But if you move these around, look at the bounding boxes. Look at I mean, you can't do it with this. This is cute squirrel. You know, it's a PNG, pretty high dots per inch. But you're going to have to go and get rid of that bounding box. And what is really kind of strange about this, the bounding box doesn't even show up. So I don't, that first kind of threw me off, but you can definitely see it. So you just need to trace it. And I'm going to go ahead and go to bitmap and resample. It's plenty high dots per inch. Go to bitmap and go ahead and convert it to a bitmap. Color, depending on what color you want, CMYK, RGB, or whatever. And then go to trace, and trace will be underneath here. Quick trace, outline trace, center trace. I use outline trace and clip art. This is going to take this one's going to take a minute, so I'm not going to do that one. But what we can do, let's try a smaller one and convert it to a bitmap. And then let's just trace it. Outline, trace, clip art. 20 seconds. We can talk. I can talk for 20 seconds. But anyway, and I don't think it's going to do anything while we're waiting. It just won't work in general because it's got that bounding box. Anyway, this is taking too long. So I've done one. I've traced it, and look at the difference between moving that around and moving this around. And then just follow my other video on, we've got a 10-inch square, and just start, put a mouse or a squirrel there, Control D and make a duplicate and nudge it over 10 inches. That's kind of the key. Then hit the plus sign on your keyboard so it won't move again. And put it right there, and well, let's put it over here. And Control D and move it up. That's going to hit the other one, so let's put it here, Control D, and move it up. Still don't like that. Let's tell you what, let's go here. Let's put it here first and then go down. And then let's hit the plus sign so it won't keep moving. And we can put one, we'll put one here, Control, well, that's going to put a lot. See what the duplicate did for us? I'm not doing a very good job here. So let's just put this one in here and call it good. So, well, we need one there. So you've got 4 that are identical and 1 in the middle. And then you could make one smaller, just to kind of fill in a spot. Because they don't have to be in any particular order or once they're inside here. And then what I would do is move your bounding or your rectangle out of the way and group these, Control G, move them back, and you can either power clip them or you can, a lot of times, select everything and go front minus back, and that didn't work. So let's try intersect. Intersect pretty much always works. So let's get this thing over here in clear view. And let's Control D and make a duplicate and move it over, and you can just keep going. Now, the only thing I don't like about this particular pattern is that it's got half squirrels, on the outside of the pattern. But if you were doing a pillow or something else, so that was his only problem. Other than that, I think he's going to figure it out. He's going to take a while to trace and just, using different squirrels. And a lot of times, if you've got one trace, let's back up here. We could have done the whole thing. Kind of back up. And we made a duplicate. And you could always just think about this, especially if you only have one item and you might trace another one. You could, well, I didn't want to do that. I should never move it out of the way. So let's ungroup these. And one thing you can think about, you don't have to, let's just kind of start over, because I really like making these patterns. Like we made one smaller. So let's do this. Plus sign on your keyboard, move it over. Let's mirror this one. So now the tail's going in the opposite direction. Plus sign, move it over. Whoop. So you're using two different animals, and then you could use, a couple of these smaller ones, put one there, hit your plus sign and move it down. Hit your plus sign and maybe put this one up more, and then mirror him. Control. I'm just gonna hit the plus sign and move down. Whoop. Then don't forget to, let's get this out of the way. Don't forget to nudge your box out of the way. Group these together. Control G, and then move this back and select everything and go intersect. Well, we didn't put one in the middle, and it is going to look funny. So let's put one in the middle. But we need to group it, so let's move this out of the way, regroup everything, Control G, move it back, select everything and intersect. And then Control D. Control D is when you're going to want to keep making copies of it. Control D, and now you can move it down. Pretty good clip art. It's real clear, real clean. Anyway, I hope that answered his question. Thank you for watching.